mAng and Neads show, man. Welcome. Sonic Garden Radio. You get a chance, subscribe. We're coming in hot.
That's right, mAng and Neads show. We got
Mang and
Josh
Neads.
at the desk.
Here I am.
I'm back here in the control board,
Rocking
and
like
we're
an
here to give
airplane.
you some coronavirus updates, some lockdown updates.
Aunt is going to tell us some stories.
We'll see what happens.
Okay,
You guys are listening. We got Josh here
I'm here.
at the front. You guys are listening to another Shaka rehearsal.
If you feel
This
like
one's
calling
a
in.
clip from Stolen Car.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song, actually. I really like it. If you feel like calling in, we have a number here. And that number is
607-373-HEAT.
Heat.
If you guys want to call in and tell us how you're doing in this new world.
Are you
And,
watching it snow on this particular
going on?
day?
That's
Is
right,
what I'd
man.
like
The
to
roads
know.
were nasty. I
You had
I
to
was
take.
just on Norwich Guilford Road, and I fishtailed all the way sideways, back the other side, and then
Ooh.
straighten her out.
Oh,
And I was like, yeah.
yeah.
My son,
It's
you know,
not June yet, motherfucker.
he said good skills.
He liked it?
It's pretty good. I think I just have bald tires on that.
Oh, were you in the
truck.
two-wheel drive?
No, man, I had just put it in 4 high. It wasn't in low, but
Well,
man,
yeah, you don't need to be in low.
yeah,
Jesus.
it cut. It sliced, and all of a sudden,
Got your attention, didn't it?
yeah, I got my heart rate up.
Fucking A. Hold on, boy. Here we go.
So here we are with another show, another update. We just want to, we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you could, please like and subscribe, hit the little bell so you can be notified of any our next drops. So we've been running this thing every day. We're on day 8 here. Day 8 of the updates, and so far everything is, everything is going all right.
Well, I
but
guess, right?
As far as individually, like,
Oh,
I'm-
yeah,
I'm
we're
all
we're
right.
doing cool so far.
But we definitely have some other issues going down.
Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan,
So
to speak.
we do have we got the John Hopkins map we're gonna pull up here,
Oh,
and we can just kind of go over this together and kind of look at where we're going, where we've been, what's going on. So the big thing to look at is where it came from, and that was China, and China has 81,496 cases, and 72,819 have recovered, while 3,274 have died.
Jesus.
And when you put those numbers, subtract them from the other, you're talking there's about 6,000, give or take, people that have not yet recovered. So that number, I don't know. So I don't think we have anything to say exactly what the stats are. But the interesting part about that is you get down to Italy, which is number 2 for the most cases at almost 64,000 cases. And they have had 6,000 deaths, and they've only had 7,500 people recover. So that leaves 50,000 people that have it right now that are dealing with it. So whether or not they're going to recover, I don't really know.
Right.
Which will change, which I imagine is going to change, all that stuff.
And these numbers are fairly they're like a half an hour. This was all up to date, I would like to say. So yeah, man, they got like 1,400 less that have recovered than they do deaths. Like you just said, they have over 6,000 deaths, and only over 7,000 have recovered, which is
Right. So that leaves
they got a
that
lot
leaves just a huge number of people that are up,
that are still
up in the air, whether or
Yeah.
not they're gonna recover. So that
Right. But they're
that's-
still alive, which is good. Obviously,
yeah.
it's always a good thing to be alive. For me,
Yeah.
I like being alive.
Living's a good thing for sure.
Not like that grandma lady that had that birthday. What was it, 93? She was blowing out the candles and she says,
hope this is my last one.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
She had a smile on her face too. Sense of humor.
So the other thing to look at is in the bottom right corner, and that is the
Graph.
That's the graph of the daily increase here, and that's like right up to the day. So here we are on, or at least right here, looks like the most recent.
Man, if you look at the
there
beginning,
is a drop as far as like there's
a huge drop, right?
Well, there's 6,000 cases, and then there's 6,600, and then it drops to 5.6 thousand. So it's almost like Italy's dropping now as opposed to just consistently, but you see they did that again back on.
That's what I'm saying. They dropped there a bit, and then they went,
and then
boom.
It skyrocketed back up. So I'm going to click down here to the U.S. one, and so U.S. has 41,511 cases, and there's been 573 people that have died. That's the 1% of that number. And technically, there is no one has recovered from the coronavirus in the United States, according to this John Hopkins map. So nobody has recovered. You imagine that the numbers will flow in line with Italy, where I imagine we're going to have equal up until, then it levels off, and hopefully it starts to look more like China. But coming behind the United States is Spain, and they too are. So I'm sorry. Look at the U.S. Graph, though.
Right.
Like, as you could see with China, it started way back in December. Italy started getting theirs in, looks like the beginning of February.
Right.
And then the U.S. didn't have their first case till towards the end of February. And, so following all these numbers, I imagine that we are going to surpass Italy as number 2. I think we might end up being number 1 long term.
You think?
I don't know what else to think about it. I mean, like I said, I almost feel like, if China was trying to cover the thing up so from the beginning, and it looks like they had one day where everything skyrocketed to 15,000 cases, and then what? Did they just shut everything down? And that's why the next day it was only 6,000 cases, and then the next day. So I just have a hard time believing this particular little, map here on as far as this China part's concerned, because if that's the case, then it looks like we should have a spike and then we should drop off, and that's why I guess I'm just saying it doesn't seem like these numbers can be right.
So like, I think they've got they've got like 4 or 5 states that are pretty much locked down in the U.S., like where it's only essential workers and stuff. But the rest of the states are like, some of them you can still do stuff. Like, even if they stop it here, it's gonna start spreading like wildfire out that way. You know what I mean? Like that way, as soon as it's not just gonna contain itself on the west and east coast and not really hit much in between. It's gonna start. If people continue to go out and stuff, they're gonna get infected. It's not just gonna go away.
Yeah. So it's just going to keep coming in cycles, I imagine, and we'll be like out, But what's this you just said? So the latest is Trump saying he might release this ban, or what?
I saw something like that. Or in a week or two, maybe.
Hey, everybody, just once again, we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, so if you could please like and subscribe to the page. And we got a call-in number. That is 607-373-HEAT. 4328 607-373-4328, and you can call in and give us your update. Let us know how you're making out in this post societal collapse. Is that even a word? I don't know. Anyway,
yeah. So they're definitely. He signaled today that he's very eager to lift this. Federal social distancing guidelines that were announced last week. So we'll have to
Oh,
keep
another
an
thing I wanted to
eye
mention
on
was that I did see floating around that people were like, "Oh, has anybody looked into this?" Yeah, what was he talking about? Chlorophyll or
I
either way, there was an article in.
Yeah, but
I read an article that in Nigeria,
Yeah,
3
but-
people have died from overdose.
Yeah, but they're
of
not-
that
they're-
drug to treat it.
they're self-med. They're doing it on their own, though.
Right, but I'm saying so that's even more dangerous is for someone to come out and say this works. Has anybody tried it? And then people are dying from
Well,
it. So
he
that's
was
like
under since they tried it in a test tube and it worked in the test tube, so he automatically. Well, I would assume that's what he thought. He automatically thought that it's gonna work just because it works in a test tube, but that's not always the case. Some things can work in a test tube, but then when you start putting them to patients and start doing your test on humans, it doesn't always work that way. So they are going. They are sending. You'll have to find out exactly what the name of that is, but they are sending. There's 2 of them. It's commonly used for malaria to help treat malaria, but they're sending, I think, like 10,000 scripts or something to. That's what Cuomo said to New York, and they're going to start using that on patients that are not terminal, critical right now. That this is like the last gas, I would say.
they don't want to waste them on just testing people because they're
Right.
so limited.
So they're going to test some people that have it, obviously, that are, like I said, that are critical, and see where it goes from there. There was a guy out in Washington that said that they gave that to him or whatever, and then next thing you know, he was on the mend and he was home. So it seems that was Washington State. Sorry. So it seems to be, I don't know, that like you can't just go off of one person, though. You do definitely need to give it to a number of people to find, you know what I mean? Because there's some cases where you might already be turning the corner to come out of it. So
There's got to be a fast track for getting drugs passed and deemed.
It's got to all go through
safe,
the FDA.
Right, but you can't. But he's talking about, like, that was one of the things I noticed was that he tries to, just say, "Oh, they'll be available tomorrow. What's the problem?" And people are like, "Hey,
That's not how it works.
stepping a
Yeah.
little bit outside of your knowledge there,
Well,
boss man."
He is running the show, so
He's the showrunner.
showrunner coming in hot.
Yeah. So right now, they're head to head. We could probably find there might be a C-SPAN live right now.
Yeah, we might want to look at something.
Of this here. Let me see what I can.
We can
do.
point you in the right direction.
Whoa.
One of us needs to go out there with and ask some questions, probably, right?
Yeah.
You could probably get in the White House.
I could get in the White House.
Yeah, you could.
No, man.
Well, you got a better chance than me, I would say, right?
What about me?
Well, you would have to be our field
I'd be
reporter.
like, I'm upstanding citizen.
Sonic Garden Radio, man.
We
got questions. You got answers, Donald?
We'll send Rhino in there.
Yes.
He can get into the
Yes, he
president's
can.
office.
Oh yeah, forgot about. We'll send Rhino.
He's a
man.
ping pong champion.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll send him down there. He could shake some hands.
Rhino, if you're listening right now and you want to give a call in and
Yeah,
give
get
us
your
your
suit
update.
and tie ready, Rhino.
Last I talked to him, he wasn't taking the social distancing very well.
Right.
He does live by himself, so he's kind of stuck in a situation where probably wants some people around keeping him company.
I mean, he's got a phone book. He could just call random people and see if they're in the same situation and just talk to somebody, right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
right?
He can call us right now
Yeah,
at
he can call us, too.
607-373-HEAT
He
and fill us in.
he might
Fill
be
us
doing
in.
his workout program.
It's extra rough, I guess, for all you sports fans that had at least
Yeah.
that to fall back on.
Man, see, I don't.
Take it or leave it.
I'm pretty I can find shit to do. Like, it's not, I haven't been bored yet. I don't get bored too often, man. There's plenty
No.
of things I can do. I'm more like, I like to push stuff off, so there's plenty of stuff. I'm backlogged, you
Yeah.
would say, I guess,
Well,
right?
I also thought, like I said, gardening. I have some.
Yeah, today's
I
a
have
great
some
day for
flooring
that,
stuff that
right?
I haven't, used yet. So I guess it's all perfect opportunity to just dive into those things that we'd be doing anyway.
Right, but I
At
think
least
we've
take
become a
our-
culture
our,
where, like,
mind off of it.
you get time to do things, and then there's reasons or other things or excuses, whatever, where we don't do them even when we have the time to do them, and then we
Right.
think it's necessary to do them when it's the last minute and we need them to be done.
Yeah, that's why
I know some
sometimes
artists
if you
like
wait
that
till the
and
last
stuff.
minute, it only takes a minute.
Right. I would like to know. I would like to know what the animal expert is up to today.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him in a few days.
Johnny, what's Johnny up to, man?
Johnny, I'm pretty sure he's making sure everyone's all right. Oh yeah, he said he was gonna go up to his.
Oh yeah, he said he was gonna be putting on the
cabin, right?
The shotgun around his back thing too.
Yeah, I think he needs a bike rack though for his bike to put the shotgun on. I don't think you could just carry it around. Like, I think it's one of them things where you really have to have a rack for it. Gun rack, they call that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pull up, see if I could get this.
We could rig him one up if you'd like. So you're listening to Sonic Garden Radio. This is the mAng and Neads show.
So listen, I was watching 2 days ago our cast from 2 days ago, and literally right when I was about to pull up the comments on Trump, that's when our video cut off.
Really?
Yeah, so it was just interesting because quite literally when I was pulling up that information, so all I can think is that document that I pulled up was copywritten somehow, and somebody said, no, you can't use it. But they didn't even, like, I don't know, I haven't got any emails or dings or anything.
Yeah.
They just cut the video right at that spot and said, okay, you're done.
Motherfucker.
And it was literally right, I don't know if you noticed that too, but I was talking about it. I said, I got this list here. And then right before I was like going to pull it up, it never showed.
I do know what you're talking about.
Never showed on the screen.
Exactly.
So maybe we just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago, we do have a coronavirus task force briefing.
Really?
There was a North Carolina Governor, Roy Cooper, coronavirus news conference. And Joe Biden comes out of hiding to remark on his coronavirus response, which is one of the things that just blows me away is this establishment Democrats. Man,
they're all.
Where is their guy? This is their guy. They're like, they got this huge, bump behind him. They
Tell me.
They took out whatever.
He took himself out, I believe.
Well, it's not nobody. It's not that anybody took themselves out. It's that he just didn't have the support.
He didn't.
Obviously. And
right.
And for the same reason is because he was really a third-party candidate, period.
Well, that's his own fault then, right?
It's true, but he wouldn't even it's that whole thing that I'd been saying from the beginning is that he was using the Democratic Party to have a chance, and the Democratic Party was using him to get momentum behind a cause. And now that, basically it's winding down, he's out. He's still doing, he raised $2 million. He's doing good things. He's talking. He's having regular briefings on it and showing the leadership and the command that even, and that kind of just once again is
all right, so since I think that you could give him an email or his representatives and we could get him on here talking to us.
Bernie?
Right? Yeah, hell yeah. He's a people person.
He is a people person, but I just don't think that, I
you could send
a million people are trying to get
a hold of him,
trying to get him in on.
Oh man,
and it's like, what's our credentials as far as that?
It don't matter. We could send him a couple videos. His people. Obviously, we wouldn't talk directly to him yet, but he's got people, right? Obviously, he's got people everywhere.
Maybe. Someday.
I think that we could get a couple questions out of him. Especially you, if
we
we
get
tell them how.
a Skype setup,
Yes,
maybe.
if we tell them how much that you know what I mean, you support him and everything, and did support him. Like, come on now. You even went to one of his rallies or a few years ago. Like, come on.
Yeah,
We
man,
could get him on here. I mean,
for
like,
sure.
talk to him. Ask him a
But
couple things.
not exactly right now. We're not gonna be able to get anybody on nothing soon, man.
Oh,
Well, except for Skype
well,
and
internet.
over
I
the,
mean, I'm talking. I mean, we're not gonna go visit him. Jesus.
So, do you
We'd give
think,
that guy something? We'd be hung.
So do you think that I wonder if he did
What?
I wonder what he said.
Ooh, Trump.
Yeah.
You don't think we could?
I got a C-SPAN thing here. I guess let's see. Maybe
Let's just pull the audio, not the video.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that should probably work.
So I don't like. He's got to be able to. He's.
Oh, 5:30. He's not doing it till 5:30
Oh.
live on C-SPAN.
So New York is like, if you're not if you're not non-essential and you're out there still running your business and doing shit like that, you could face up to $2,000 in fines. So I guess if you're killing it, keep killing it and just pay the $2,000. It's not right.
Non-essential?
Yeah, if you're not non-essential, like if you're like a hair salon and you're still doing business, you can be fined up to $2,000.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would. I guess.
What? Go get their hair cut?
Well, no, I'm saying like a nail salon. I get it, but it's like what? Where do
Why?
they stop? Like
Why would you be getting your nails done now?
No,
Like-
I'm saying I get why you can't do it. I'm
right.
saying like.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, some people are going to work that have like different construction jobs or situations where it's just them in a car and they go to somebody's house and they get on their roof or something, and then that's it's like who are they who are they even talking with or communicating
Right, but I
with?
think it's the whole thing, like you were saying the other day, like so you go and work on someone's roof and you fall off and you get hurt. Now someone's got to fucking come save your ass,
Right.
and then you or them risk the chance of
I'm curious about
getting something, right?
Yeah, I'm curious about crime right now. If crime is down, if like even like traffic. That was another thing I was thinking was that I doubted police were going to be pulling people over for
I doubt it too.
tail lights.
And you know how they do like the live PD shows and stuff on like Thursday and Friday or Saturday or whatever? They haven't been doing them live. They're playing old
reruns.
yeah.
So
I checked that out just to see.
So it's like, why would it matter if you had a camera on? I mean, if they're actively pursuing people, so you'd think like bonds are down. People that are dodging court and stuff. All those things are down.
right. No one wants to have contact with anybody.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But for every guy that doesn't want to have contact, there's 8 that do. I keep seeing these things on all over, man. People comparing this with the flu and all this shit and pulling out numbers. I mean, I guess it's all uncool, but like it's over here right now, but it's not like the worst is yet to come, they keep saying.
Well,
So if you can do all the fucking number put numbers against numbers, but if it's not yet the worst it's supposed to be, then like your numbers are going to be off. I mean, like if you want to do it in a year and compare this year from January all the way to December of the flu and coronavirus, then yeah, like go ahead, but we've only been in a month and a half of it really, really, well, I guess 2 months of being on. We knew in January and no one gave a fuck. Which is crazy to me that someone that is in charge of the whole country gave 2 shits whether it was going to be here or not. And then once it's here, then all of a sudden it's like panic at the fucking. I mean,
yeah,
it's like yelling fire alarm or fire or whatever
in a crowded theater.
Yeah, there's not any of them.
All right, man. We got a song for you guys.
All right.
It's another Shaka tune. This one was recorded March 15th. Just dropped this on the YouTube channel a few days ago. This is a version of Eddie Murphy's Red Light.
Sonic Garden Radio.
Hope you enjoy.
Mang and Neads Show.
My high anxiety is getting higher. Feels like I'm gonna blow. Gone is the breeze that used to be so sweet, poisoning the women's soul. And it can't be long till the military come with a knock, knock, knock on your door. Red light, stop right there where you are. This is a red light. Stop right there where you are. Red light. Stop right there where you are. Red light. Stop right there where you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Sonic Gardens Radio. Mang and Neads Show.
So what else you got going on?
Well,
Besides fishtailing out there on the Slippery roads.
Yeah, man, I fishtailed it. I almost wrecked pretty good on Norwich Guilford Road. So for all you locals out there, Gino, that's your neighborhood.
It is his
Man,
neighborhood.
that road is nasty today. I full fishtailed, turned sideways, back, somehow got out of it. I do blame a little bit on I don't think my tires are exactly
He's blaming his
great,
tires.
but hey, you know.
Next break, I'll go out and do an
Slipped her
assessment
out.
of your tires.
Yeah, I think they're pretty baldy. Damn low profile.
Oh,
like them 22-inch rims or something on that
Pirellis.
baby.
Yeah, rolling deep. Rolling in his 5.0.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's going to cost me a car just to get some tires on there. Forgot about that factor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You steal them off your old rig out
Yeah,
there.
except for those are like 15-inch rims.
Right.
Dude.
The lug pattern might be the same. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just have to cut about 4 inches out of the tire. Paste them on there.
Now, if the lug thing's the same, the tire, since you got low
you're
profiles
saying,
and bigger, you got low profiles and bigger rims on the whip out back, the whip out front. If the lug pattern's the same, it's basically they're about the same. I was looking at it before.
Imagine how that would look.
Yeah, with the
My sweet truck with those shitty ass tires.
Yeah,
from the old bourbon.
You just fucking give them the peace sign, rolling by
sideways. Hell yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're looking for 1,000 subscribers. If there's any way anybody can give us a little like and subscribe, that would be awesome. You know, it ain't much. 1,000. That's all we're looking for.
That's all we want.
That's all we want.
And then we'll want more once we get there.
But we're not greedy right now.
Yeah, we're not greedy.
Just want 1,000.
We just want 1,000.
Hit that button.
Tell a friend. Maybe they'll tell a friend. Maybe
so
not.
that song you're just listening to, Shaka, it perform Red Light.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy classic.
Yeah, it is. Snoop Dogg in there.
Snoop's in there too, but
Yeah.
not in our version.
No, he did not
We
make an
didn't have,
appearance on your version.
No, he didn't stop by.
You should call him. We should call him up too. We should just call everybody up.
Sure, you got their numbers?
We could get them.
I bet.
Fuck
You
yeah.
have to get in on that.
We can get them. All we need is research.
Research.
Little research.
Click ding dong.
Yeah. So
what else we got?
do you know why they haven't kicked in the Defense Production Act yet?
Yeah, man. I think
Oh, you
that's
do?
no, I don't know, but that was that was my other major like crazy complaint.
That coffee all over.
Is that they're gonna run out of masks without a doubt. Like they're already at the hospital right now where they have to like sign them out and get permission to get a mask. And you're talking, one patient, 5 people, that's 5 masks for everybody. These things are just, they're going through them. And
so what I saw,
we saw these numbers. They're going to start climbing rapidly.
right?
And they're just not going to be able to handle the space to what's going on.
Honeywell's stepping up and like 3M, and they're trying to produce more. You know what I did see? A little company in Liverpool that has 3D printers. Man, I can't talk again. Anyways, they have 3D printers out there in Liverpool, which is not too far from us.
No.
So they figured out how to print the plastic pieces for those shields that they wear, right?
Mm-hmm.
That the doctors wear. It's basically like a spit shield that a dentist would wear. So you don't spit on the dentist, or he doesn't get any, when he's drilling in your mouth, he doesn't get any of that stuff. So they figured out how to make that piece, and then they made it available like so other people with 3D printers could download that and just do it, and they didn't have to do all the homework because they had to figure it out. It took them a few hours, I guess, but they figured that out, and then you can buy like the plastic, and they put them together. So they got people putting them together. They got a bunch of volunteers up there in Liverpool at their place, and they're just pumping them out. I guess they've already pumped out like over 400, and they were giving them the Onondaga Hospital, and now, so I think it's been downloaded like 2,000 times, which doesn't seem like a ton, but it does if you think about it. Like people would, that's how many people with 3D printers downloaded it and are making these mask shield things. So
Yeah,
I thought that was
that's
pretty
awesome.
cool, right?
Well, the flip side of that is that these local, our local rural area, they're asking people to sew masks. So they're like sewing machine style masks at home.
Right. Now,
I just watched
how effective are they?
that's just not any more effective than these masks that I'm wearing here.
Oh,
You're protecting maybe some. I guess I'm protecting somebody else.
the
wearing a
N95
mask.
one I got is pretty protective.
That
to
little
a point.
That little blue one right there.
No, the one I've been wearing there.
The white one that I
Yeah.
gave you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a nice guy. This one's just for show.
I know, man. I'm looking. Yeah, that one's just to
That's
show
just
like
a show
options.
Like, yeah,
But
well, it's better. I mean, maybe it's not, but you would think it's better than nothing. But
I just watched. It was a do-it-yourself, but the guy had like machinery that he was using to do it. But he took a like a 2-liter bottle,
yes, he did.
right?
Yep.
And then he like machined it all out. Like he had basically it was like a cap, like the cap to the bottle,
Right.
but then a larger cap over it, right? And
Yeah.
then he like put these little tiny screws through with a piece of plastic and showed how when you push through it, it only goes like one way. It seals up and then it doesn't. So you make 2 nozzles, and in and out, and he put them on these things, and he like put tape around the edge, and then like something soft where it goes on your face. But it was basically the end of a 2-liter bottle respirator, homemade
Right.
respirator. Like I said, he used like a machine drill and like precise. Not that it was like that crazy. He put a bunch of holes in the end, and then he basically put 2 caps together, sealed them.
What did he use? Did he put like a filter in there too?
The filter was like a coffee filter on.
Ooh.
Like, so then another bottle was sticking off with the coffee filter on it. So it's like anything coming in was getting that filter, and then there was one that just exited the air out. So like he just showed the design of, how it works.
So I needed to go to the store, a grocery store that is. I needed a couple essential items.
What'd you need? Let's talk about this. What did you really need, Josh?
Well, all right. I eat a lot of granola in the morning, and I like it wet, so I put oat milk on it. So I guess I really, really didn't need it, and so I put I fill like half an inch of the bottom of a cup up with oat milk, and then the rest water. So I make a gallon go a long ways, or a quart, whatever, go a long ways. But so I was out, so I needed some. I'm not really huge on dry granola. More fruit granola and a little bit of oat milk. So I needed some. So I wanted to get some, and I eat a lot of canned fruit. Let me fucking tell you what. But I don't eat the canned fruit that's in the syrup or whatever. Just I get the 100% natural
Right.
in its own juice. There ain't shit for canned fruit, or I mean,
Yeah, anything canned. People
there's
are,
not
that's
there's
what
no
people are snagging up.
pasta, there's no. I took a quick look down the toilet paper aisle. There's no tissue of anything.
I just saw a clip on the internet where somebody had was buying. They had already done it, bought out the stock at the Dollar Tree the day the truck got there, and they literally were loading boxes of every bit of their toilet paper
Around here?
I'm not sure where it was, but it was definitely like U.S. and the people pulled their phone and they're like, "Yo, how do you feel about you're hogging all this and not leaving any for anybody else?" And like they were playing it all cool, but the guy's like, "Yeah, right before this they were telling me to go fuck myself."
Right.
Until I pulled out this phone, now they're acting all cool. but they're loading it up and just being like, I bought it. It's
Yeah.
mine. But my
Well,
whole
I mean,
thing
you
is, I
never
think
know, though.
anybody that's buying toilet paper in the end of the world,
You never know.
they
like,
are fucking idiots.
what if they're See, this is the thing, though. We do never like
you think they're gonna sell it?
No, no. Well, the chances are yes, they probably are, but we don't know if they work at one of these, like, say, like a nursing home or a day hab thing, and they
Yeah,
can't
but-
get it. No, I know, but there
that
is
would be
always
something
that. Like,
That's something they could say
well,
when it's like,
I mean, well, it's good to know that you and I aren't out trying to stock up on. I mean, I guess that's where your brain's at, right? Like some of these people, like that's the that's where their mentality is at. That let's
their lives are so they I guess have everything they need. Otherwise, they're like, oh, we really
or they
just
wanted, like you said, they stock up and sell it,
stock
which
up and
is
sell it.
I mean,
I just don't see how when the whole market system is dropping out the bottom right now.
you want to
Yeah, so you're looking at
making
that's
some
what-
money.
That's what I don't think people are gonna want that.
But if you
And
harken
it's
back
too
to
big.
the
It's like size of it, like how big it is. Like even if you had your like thing that you want, yeah, I guess right. You got your backpack and you're just like living and trying to survive from house to house,
right,
in like a true apocalypse, and you bring your toilet paper with you. Okay,
not a fucking chance.
but it's not. It
I
really
wouldn't.
like.
I'd
it's
put
not-
like 18 shirts on and fucking let's go. We'll fucking, by the time we get where we're going, I'll have a t-shirt and a fucking
with
pants and shorts and
a bunch
undies
of
on.
a bunch of sleeveless t-shirts.
Right.
That's how you take care of that business in the wilderness.
Oh, I've
What are
had,
we talking about?
I've done that before. Fucking hey, man.
Bunch of sleeveless t-shirts.
Yeah, man. It's nothing better than wiping your ass with some cotton, you know what I mean? Than
Yeah.
having to use like fucking tree bark or something crazy like that. Come on now, man.
Bring some scissors with you. You can even like spare some.
Right.
You know?
Man, I always wear 2 t-shirts no matter fucking what, and I always.
I didn't realize. I thought that was just because you were cold. I didn't realize it was because you just might have to.
Nah,
wipe
you never
your
know
ass.
anything though. I've always since I was like 16 or maybe 15, I've wore 2 t-shirts, and you know what? It's come in handy more than once. I even donated an undershirt one time to a couple friends that were in dire need and didn't have anything to wipe with. So hey, man, sometimes I'm here to help. Other times are other times.
So hey, everybody! Another reminder to
Yeah.
our few listeners we got out there, man. Call us. Give us a call right now, because we could use some perspective on what's going on. Here we are, day 8. We are at Monday, March 23rd. And what's happening? What happened with the stock market? Didn't happen, right?
Yeah, they did not.
They did not open the stock market.
Yeah, it's not essential, is it? But that they had already put the kibosh on that last week. Said Friday they're gonna grind her to a halt. That's
So,
Trump's problem right now is he wants to get that back booming. I'm telling you, like I there's a couple things. They want to push it. They want us back on. They want people back working. They're worried about all these rich fuckers and their stocks, and
and
they're not worried about you and I, really. Like if you think about it. But hey, man.
Well, they're saying, then you got everybody saying the survival rate and all this stuff. It's not. They're basically like looking at it again, like, hey, people, it's not bad enough yet. But I guess if it got bad enough, they'd be like. You're already seeing people's posts that are like, so we've been, our company put in a request for, even though they didn't fall under the guidelines to continue working. And the dude's like, but they're splitting it into 3 shifts instead of instead of everybody working at the same time.
Right. So they're doing first, second, and third shifts.
Right.
So they still have job.
So then everybody's basically told go to work and deal with it. But
Yeah,
even
see
though
if you
you're going
can't
to the
get
same,
sick.
you're probably going to the same workstations that
Right.
other people on the other. It just who's going through. Is there even think about this? Even I thought about if you had if you were one of these rich people that has full cleaning service, or
I wish I was a
somebody
rich
in your
person.
home that's you know,
Right.
like that shows up every day. Like all of a sudden you're like, you don't want them wiping your shit. You don't want them cleaning your shit.
Crash, boom, bang.
So that's out. And you got all of a
Right.
sudden they're like flushing their own toilets and, you know, scrubbing their own.
Right. They're like,
their
fuck
own,
this
like-
shit. My wife's got a stinky ass. I'm not cleaning that fucking toilet.
Jeez.
Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. She splashed all over. So,
I never understood the splashing thing when you'd go into like one of those restrooms and you look in the toilet.
Oh my
you just wanna
God.
piss and you're like, what happened?
dude, I
like,
know.
what's
It's like they
going
dropped a
on?
fucking boulder in there, right? Like they just threw a fucking rock in the toilet and then they
But
took
that's
the
like-
rock with them when they left.
But it's like the rock came after they already filled it with
Piss and
chunks
shit,
of
right?
stuff.
Oh man, I know, man. It's wild. You go into like it don't matter where you are.
Save
you
us
go
from
into
going
a,
off the rails, Johnny.
You go into a bathroom, and it's like a fucking everyone turns into a 5-year-old,
Yeah, I don't get that.
and they
either, man.
fucking, you know what I mean? Either they're writing on the wall with their shit, or like, dude, I've been into some fucking. I've been to a lot of shows. I've been into some porta potties, man. I've gone into some, and it's like, holy fuck, there's shit on the ceiling, dude. I'm like, wow. So it gets, I don't understand what like you're not in there that long. Like you go in, go to the bathroom, and
you
leave.
should be able to just take care of your business, but I guess it's like,
Are you really that fucked up though? Where it's like, yeah, it's a great idea. Let's piss on the wall and all over the thing, or you know what I mean, or shit on. They shit in that little piss thing next to the toilet there. It's like, really?
yeah.
Unless
that's
there
crazy.
was 2 of them in there, I understand. If there was 2 of you in there and your wife
Well,
was pissing and you needed to shit in
You know
that
what's
thing,
so
I
funny
get it.
about that is what we've only had a few parties here before, you know, all those dreams were shattered with the new world order.
Right?
But like think about it though. How many days did we just spend out there trying to figure out what the fuck was plugged in our 20-foot septic pipe?
right?
You know, for this place, and it was just because somebody did something, man. I'm telling you, you people got to get your stomachs and all that stuff tested out.
Right.
Like
right.
once all this clears.
What are you eating?
What are you eating, people?
Oh,
Need
how
to
does it even make it through you like
need to
that?
get
It seems
regular.
like, yeah.
So I don't know what went down, but something got clogged, and
Fuck.
we're out, man.
Fucking flush something down there.
We're out of order.
Yeah. Out of order.
So
You're listening to Sonic Garden Radio.
that's right,
Just
Mang
so-
and Needs
In
show.
case you didn't know. What-
Mang and Needs show
what link you
updates. All
clicked.
right, I'm gonna bring this back to that the old John Hopkins. Let's see what
Oh,
see
Hopkey.
what we got. Updates.
All right. Same deal, man. It's back. It's still wait. No, actually. No, yeah, it's same update.
Well, I was thinking we could kind of look at that.
At Spain?
Well, we could kind of go down and
I like that one I had the other day. It told me what the day before was and how much all the stuff went up and everything. And then it's like, I went to find
Man.
that. I knew what web. It's not there. It's like they took them off the fucking internet. It's gone.
Oh, you had a good one.
Yeah, it's like that one I was looking at maybe Tuesday. It's like maybe they said something else on there that somebody didn't like, or Trump or somebody, and it's gone. It's like,
I just can't believe
Null and
like
void.
why is this so much different than I guess the CDC or
the
when you-
CDC. If you go to the CDC, you look, they refer to John Hopkins.
Yeah, that's interesting.
John Hopkins, because they're doing they've got the team on it, man. Qualified people.
So yeah, 100 people have died in New York.
Unbelievable.
We're back here again with this.
We're in USA. 75 deaths in Washington, right? Jersey's got 63.
Yeah. Well, they're right next to New York.
They
and
are,
just
Angelo.
kinda. Oh, they're saying Suffolk though. They're
Right.
distinguishing. So that's upstate. Yeah. El Paso, Colorado.
573 total deaths. Unreal. We're steadily climbing. Nope.
So again, so we look at
Got a call yet?
like BAM. What's this? This is confirmed.
So
daily
Spain's got
increase.
33,000. They've got 2,207 deaths. 3,355 people have recovered over there in Spain.
Which means that leaves about 28,000 people that
Or
have it
in limbo.
today that are in limbo. And that's what I'm saying
With
is how
Jimmy.
quickly are these numbers? Like, what did this say yesterday? So on a daily basis, like nobody's recovering, or what's the deal, man?
I don't know, like, because
Y'all
it
just
had
waiting?
it had some recovered stuff. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird because there was some of these countries that had recovered that aren't there anymore. Like the numbers aren't there that I know they were there yesterday. So now I'm just, when we go to them, whatever, I've been screened so I can look back and see why they're not, like, why are they taking them off? I don't know if their numbers weren't right or what, or if they thought about it. Or they got you.
What about Curtis, man? You hear from Curtis? What'd he tell you? He don't answer, you know?
You
Want
don't,
to try
does
him
he?
again?
Yeah, try him again.
I don't want to try him again.
Oh.
I feel.
Why?
I don't like rejection, man.
I don't either, but I mean, I'd rather get rejected by a dude than a girl, I guess, right? Or a lady. Mang and
say-
Neads show.
Sonic Gardens Radio.
Oh yeah. I wish we did know where Johnny was. I think he's up there building.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping you guys got some updates here. And you know, you guys are staying with us. Trying to keep this thing going. Day 8.
Day 8. Is it really?
Yeah, man. So what else are you looking at? I got
They had a 15-day plan. They kept I saw the great President of the United States and his great Vice President yesterday saying that they have a 15-day plan. He kept holding up. He had a piece of paper, like it said 15 something on it, and he kept holding it up. Mr. Mike Pence did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, that guy, you gotta give that guy some credit, man. How he's gotta have a hell of a fucking, he's put up with Trump for this long.
And you know that his ideals aren't the same.
Right.
And
yeah, he doesn't like anybody. Trump, at least Trump likes some people. Pence, he don't like, he might not even really like God. Or he's just like, but anyways.
yeah. Better bunner bunny or something like that.
Right.
Better bunter bunny.
Better bunner bunny.
.com.
.com. Well, shit.
So here's the thing. Germany.
Tell me.
Germany's got 30,000 cases. They've only had 118 people die. And they've had 422 recoveries. So here's my thing. Is how come we can't get anybody to recover? Like, what's going on here?
See, that's what I'm saying. We had some recoveries the other day. They took the number away, man. Something's not
no
not right.
data.
Yeah, something's not right, man.
And why is that? All right, so you know what we got to do is we got to find an out-of-country hospital to give some.
All right, here it is. I think I found I did.
What is it?
Let me, all right, here is, no, now. All right. So, yeah, we have, all right. We have the, so USA, total cases. So what's John Hopkins say for total cases?
4,100 or 41,708.
All right. So my numbers, not my numbers. This is as of.
You want to give me the?
I do, Angelo.
All right.
This is as all right. Worldmeters.info. So This is what we had the
info.
World O meters.info. This is what we had the other day up. And this particular little chart has me at USA at 42,163. We have 8,617 new cases. There's 512 deaths, 93 new deaths, and total recovered is 295.
The worldometer.
And
Okay.
there is, and there is.
Oh yeah, this is you know what? This is
You don't
the one.
like it?
No, not that I don't
Oh,
like
all
it.
right.
I've seen this like people like
Well,
clicking this and putting
this
it
is
on.
what we were looking at Tuesday.
All right.
And I think you even pulled it up for me, maybe not, but this is what I was going off of Tuesday. Because I wanted another, like, I like to use a couple sources. So if I'm wrong on both. Never bat 1,000. So basically it says total cases per 1 million population is 127, if you want to look at it that way. Serious to critical cases are 1,040.
Well, hold on a second. Let
Okay.
me start from the big number,
All
which
right.
I have it up there right now, which is basically there's 373,885 cases in the world.
Wait, what? Oh,
In the world.
373. All right. Yep. 100. Yep. 1,000.
Nope.
Yep. All right. Now, how many deaths, and what's it say?
16,328.
And 101,520 have recovered?
Correct.
All right.
But
Well, see, we got closed cases
if we
too.
click right back to the John Hopkins, okay. So, let's add those numbers real quick, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's pretty close. You go to China, 72,819 recovered of the 101 that they're saying on this worldometer. So it's like the only people that have had, in other words, it's going to take a month for people to start recovering. We don't know.
Right.
I guess it's a 2-week thing, 2-week bug. So if you get it, you got 2 weeks. So all the people that got it, it takes a week to get it, 2 weeks to suffer through it or die.
Or die.
All right. Okay, so then we can go view by
Did you see we have 117,848
All right, so I got the country map up now. Okay.
closed cases. So there you have it. What else we got?
Nobody's critical in Iran.
Really? Because they're dead, right? They have 1,812 total deaths over there.
They don't go to serious critical until they're dead. That's what it looks like to me. Because how can there be? There's 127 new deaths.
Right. 1,400
new cases.
and
yeah.
11
So
new
it's
cases.
basically the same. These are the same numbers.
Oh.
Except for what's it say on recovered?
They have 8,373 in Iran that have recovered. Total recovered. See, we're no one's fucking coming back
Okay.
over here, right? What, like
They got
even in these, like,
300 people are recovered in the U.S.
right.
So right now, it's just the whole thing that they're still recovering. It's going to take 2 weeks. So these numbers, we're not even we're gonna see more. All we can do is look at the China numbers. And
So
hope
Russia's up 71 cases from yesterday. Still one death, just 17 people have recovered over there in Russia, and they have 420 active cases. So there you have that. In case you were wondering about Russia, the motherland. It's looking like they're gonna they're leaning towards canceling the Olympics or pushing it off.
Well, they extended tax date. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got
So
an
it's,
email. Yeah.
from April to July 14th or 15th, whatever that date is. Yeah, there's the active and closed.
Iran. Italy has 601 new deaths.
Cases and deaths are rising at the same rate.
China's got it down a little bit. Well, 9 new deaths, 39 new cases. They have their number. They have 81.
Here's one.
81,093 total cases, and 72,703 have recovered. Total recovered.
Here's another one to
Tell
look
me.
at. So 16,000 people have died.
Worldwide.
And now we look at this new deaths on this one.
Yeah, this is
I wonder if they give you
16,328.
they give you a total of new deaths. Damn, there's a lot of countries right there. 1,600 new deaths. So 10% of the deaths happened yesterday.
Really?
Is that what this is? Updated?
Should be. What one are we? Where are you
The
on?
new columns for China display the previous day changes. China reports after the day is over.
Oh. So they reported last night then?
That's their yesterday number. So what did they say? No new. Nothing.
Are
new?
they ahead of us or behind us?
Shit, man.
Shit, dude.
They're gonna be ahead of us.
Imagine that.
Head east, right? Especially if the world's flat.
Yeah. All
Okay,
you
they had
flat earthers.
nine. They
flat
had
earthers.
nine ups. 9 ups. Dead people. 39 new cases.
The flat Earth theory.
3,000 people dead. All right.
They had that I don't know his name, but the astronaut that was up in space for like a year. They had him talking on ways he kept himself busy because he was up there by himself.
Yeah, what did he say?
He just floated around in that fucking thing. I didn't really listen to him, but he had like he had a TV up there and he could watch sports and all that shit, and he could talk to people on the phone and stuff like that. So I mean, you got to be able to keep yourself busy. It's not
I
like
think that's
not like rocket science.
Well, that's what I mean. We've already been kind of setting the stage for this type of life anyway. I mean, really, how many people can really complain in Norwich about no social life? I mean, come on. That's
right.
that's what we live with in this place anyway, other than our studio and playing music. That was pretty sweet social life.
I mean, your screen time will probably go up.
Yeah,
right?
Screen time's going to go up.
Screen time's going to go up a little bit.
It's time to learn something, people.
Right.
Watch
Teach
some
yourself
watch some
something.
of our old videos, you know.
Yeah, I was looking. We got
learn what idiots we really
we
are.
got I think 2016. I think 2016. We have one from way back then.
Yeah.
From the old garden, man.
And we've been inching along.
Old
Inching along and
old inchy.
growing this baby. Again, looking for 1,000 subscribers. So
Yeah,
if anybody
JFK, tell a friend.
Can give us a subscribe. What the hell? Why not?
I think he might be building a cabin, man.
It is free to you, but it would help us huge. Hit the little bell if you really want to know when we're going live.
Yeah.
But we got all kinds. You know, we got
Ring
these.
the bell,
We got these shows we do. We had Sonic's Corner that's been on hold.
On pause.
We're hoping we can figure out a way to like maybe set that all up.
Our president has put it
remotely.
on pause.
But then again, there's not really any fights to be commentating or talking about.
No sports.
We're
to talk
still
about.
not going to get the Tony Ferguson, Khabib, Nurmagomedov.
Ooh.
Uh,
We're gonna get 2 days of WWE there. What is it? What is it though? Is it the Royal Rumble or is it what is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
They're gonna give like a fest. Like
No, it's too. They do the WrestleMania. Not the Royal Rumble.
But they're not gonna do the real WrestleMania, are they?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
2
gonna-
days.
What do you
great-
mean?
What?
They're not doing it.
Fuck, they ain't that, dude. They've been doing Friday Night SmackDown, just no crowd. They go out there and they're touching each other, dude. They wrestle with no crowd. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think they can keep doing that.
They've done it for 2 weekends in a row. They did it this Friday, the Friday before.
There's too many people involved. There's
Listen,
like too many people involved.
listen.
In
Let me
that
tell you one thing. Trump
loves the W.
Trump and him are buddies. Trump's in the fucking WWE Hall of Fame, I believe. We got to get Rhino or Camp to call in because they know way more about this like WWE than I know like the WWF from back in the day. I used to watch it when I was younger, but these guys know about it like up to date. But they're definitely doing 2 nights of it. It's maybe Saturday, Sunday. I know Rob Gronkowski, Gronk is gonna host it. He's now in the WWE. So
Who? Brock Lesnar?
no, he's in there.
Yeah,
but
but
Rob Gronkowski, I can't even say his name anymore.
Where's
He's
he from?
tight. He was a tight end for the New
Tight
England
end?
Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Gronkowski. Jesus, tongue's tripping up, man. Hope I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Distance.
Shit.
It's really not a funny matter, but
It
you
isn't,
know, we're always
but,
trying
hey,
to keep this light. You know,
right.
we're saying
social distancing.
We are
We are the world.
we're
They need to re-record that. Right now is the time that we need that song again. Right?
Yeah.
We are the world.
Chris could perform.
Yes, he
perform
could.
That one.
He is a performer. Remember Bob Dylan in the background? Like he did not want to be there. If you look at Bob Dylan in that video, fuck it, he's like, phew. Either that or he's just really fucked up and he's just standing there holding on to dear life.
He's trying to feel it when he didn't. He was like, "What is going on here?
Yeah. Who fucking
Who's organizing
convinced
this
me to
shit?
do this?
MJ.
Yeah. Oh man, the king of pop. Oh boy. He fucking dude from when he was a little kid, he had it. Motown, man. He came through Motown.
Motown.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
So didn't old Stevie Wonder. All them guys. What Smokey Robinson was like, man, that guy wrote a ton of hits and ones he didn't even sing that he just give to these other people to sing. Temptations and shit. He'd give them songs.
Take a song.
Yeah. Megan Neads show right here.
Sonic Gardens Radio. Thanks for listening
Yeah.
to this and keeping up to date with us.
All right.
Man, we'd really like to hear from some of you people at home.
Yeah,
what
if you got some
going
live
on.
videos at the grocery
Trying to
store or
get some
something
live-
beautiful to share, email us, send us in a video or whatever. We'll
We'll,
pop it up and pick it apart. See what's going on out there in the real world.
we definitely could find.
Yeah, we're social distancing right now.
Yeah, we are.
Always. Don't forget to drink your water, man.
So
So the snow came later than they thought. It was supposed to come earlier with rain and stuff, and now it's out there snowing like a son of. Well, obviously you know you were driving in it.
yeah, and it's
Like a
not
maniac.
just and there's nobody. I didn't see one. I didn't see anybody salting and anybody doing anything. So it actually was like
Yeah, I just got a
it was
text.
super slushy nastiness.
I just got a text that said, "Don't. No matter how much we get, don't come plow or shovel." So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
it is, isn't it?
So that means they're even like keeping people from doing that. That seems
No,
odd.
they're not keeping people from doing it. People that
Well, I'm just saying, like it was surprising.
I guess
because
that's one
usually
way
everybody's
to keep
out
people
plowing.
off the streets, right, and shit.
Is not plow, yeah.
Right?
I almost
Stay
died.
at home, cocksucker.
I've been in 2 like serious wrecks.
Tell me
on
about-
that Norwich Guilford road.
Oh, really? On that road you have?
On that road, just that road alone.
Oh.
And one of them was the car accident when I fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, that was on that
when I was
road.
a young man. That was
Yes, you
Norwich
were.
Guilford Road. That was July, so I can't really blame that on anything. But the next time I came through there, and I remember I was low on gas, so I didn't have the old 4-wheel drive on.
Did you have the Ford?
I had the Nissan Xterra.
Ooh.
So I didn't have that vehicle for long because I had a three rule deal where I wrecked it hard 3 times, and they just kept fixing it. And after the 3rd time, I just traded it in, got rid of it, because I was like, man, I just keep wrecking this thing, crazy.
Right.
But this
God
one
is telling me something.
whatever it was, I said 3 times, man. You
Right.
can't just keep wrecking cars and expect it to go any
Yeah,
different.
you saw the sign, man. Like,
So,
it opened up your eyes.
Yeah, so I got rid of the
Who was that?
Xterra, and then I got a Frontier, and I drove that thing for like 10 years. So,
Ace of Base.
yep, a while
That's
back.
who that was.
Ace of Base.
Yeah, I saw the sign.
Oh yeah,
It opened up your eyes.
opened up my eyes.
Yeah.
I saw the sign.
You did. That's
Um,
good. And then did you get that Nissan truck after that? Or was that before
That's when
that?
I got that 4-door long bed Frontier truck. Yeah.
Yeah. That was good to you, right?
I drove it for 10 years. Like it never left me stranded or
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
hell yeah.
I drove it into the ground. And I remember
I had a
yeah,
Nissan
like the
for a
big
while.
thing with it is the rear end went.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when you go to get a rear end on a vehicle that's 10 years old,
Had a
they
girlfriend
made
that.
like 15 different models
Oh.
of that year. And it was like a split year where they came out with the new version.
Right.
So there was like 13 options, and it was just so hard to find the right.
Yeah, you got to
thing.
get on. You got to
Gave
open
up.
the cover and count the gears and shit.
Yeah, gave up. Is junked it.
Huh? You junked it?
I think so. In the end, Brendel junked it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So what else was I? So yeah, that second accident though, that was just lost it, in the snow. But that road is awful because it peaks and there's just these nasty snow drifts. So
Right.
I mean, shit. Right now would be a time to stay home anyway if you live out that way.
Yeah, they've been cautioning people to stay home for the last 2 weeks.
You think?
Ah, shit.
So I don't know. Yeah. So I guess.
Well,
we've been
I get
talking
you
about
had to
that.
bring your child.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um.
to the residence.
Yeah. So I had to take care of that.
Well, that's good. That's mighty white of you. It's good.
But I saw a lot of other vehicles out as well, and not necessarily.
Right. Yeah. Like when I was saying, when I was at the groceries, people still don't give a fuck. Standing right next to each other, fucking.
It's
the
true.
same fucking thing, dude. It's like I went down there, I had the mask on. These people are looking at me like, all right, so you got like
Yeah, I did.
camel toe in the front, wearing your those fleece pants, like I mean, haven't showered in a couple weeks, and they're staring at me like, because I have a mask on, like I'm the
Infected one.
yeah. They're staring at me, and I'm like, I mean, stopped what they were doing and were just staring at me.
Yeah, and that's the weird part is that they're looking at us like we're weird, and we're like we're protecting ourselves from you people,
And yeah,
and
yeah.
you should be too.
And I'm telling you, man, people get any like I'm looking out the sides of my eyes as I'm grabbing one. If I see somebody walking to me, I head down the other aisle or head down the rest of the aisle. Like I was literally staying away from fucking everybody.
It's starting to feel a little bit awkward because
I had a pair of the old rubber gloves on to do self-checkout. All right, so I have a bag full of these. So every time, like, I'm not using the same ones. I've been using, like, I've been using new ones. They're not like your regular, they're rubber gloves, but they're not like your little throwaway little latex ones. Yeah, so I used them. I hit the self-checkout line so I didn't have to fuck with anybody, and I used one of them gloves. Like, I had it all down. Got outside, some rubbing alcohol. I'm trying to be as safe as I can. If you have
That's
to go to
pretty
the
safe, man.
if
I
you
don't
have
really
to go to the grocery
I
store.
have some rubbing alcohol. I think I'm going to carry around with me.
I have some. I happen to have some because like when Rite Aid went out of business, they were selling everything dirt cheap, and I bought some of that. Like I just bought stuff that I knew I'd use down the road that I didn't want to pay full price for.
All right.
So
You weren't just panic buying.
no, this was before Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Something was telling you inside, shit's going down.
well, I just you never know, man. When you might need some rubbing alcohol.
So how about this one?
How about that?
You gotta,
Catch
there's a
me
lot
outside.
of things where, the latest debate, the latest, like, which side do you stand on?
I stand on my fucking feet.
Is it racist or is it not racist to call this the Chinese virus? And
That's stupid. Is what
it's
it
just
is, right?
stupid. I think that's just like
stupid.
it's things to argue about that are just ridiculous.
Right.
But then you get everybody, putting out there how China, basically they're like basically declaring war on China to say that they caused this around the world.
But
and they
if
need
you
to
watch,
suffer. And then
yesterday Trump he didn't have it. He might call it that, but then in the same thing, he was saying how he would help them and stuff like this. So it's like, man, he sends so many fucking smoke screens up. You know what I mean? You never he's so wishy-washy and back and forth. Like he'll say something. He's one of them. It's like
says whatever you want to hear.
It's like one of them guys that'll talk shit about you behind your back and then so great to your face and everything. Like, so when he's at one sentence, he'll do that Chinese virus thing, and then he'll say how he's offered help and stuff like that. So it's all wishy-washy.
But they're criticizing China as a whole, and just when the attacks that I'm talking about,
right?
And then on the flip side, though, they're not criticizing Trump for downplaying it the way he did, and now learning once again that people are making money while other people are suffering is just an awful, just the fact that they went into a briefing, they came out and went and sold stock, and there's those, we should bring them up as the shameful four or some shit, that the people, who cares what their political affiliation is,
right?
Anybody that was like coming out of that thing, that seems to me like that's too much inside information. They should have nothing,
trading.
They should have nothing to do with the stock market if they have that type of information that is so critical. They shouldn't. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but they know before we do.
Interest,
since they're in there.
Trading,
yeah, insider trading. They know before we know what the fuck is really going to go down before they announce it. And you're not supposed to be able to do that. It's called cheating. Right? Ming and Neads show. Sonic Gardens
Radio. Nice. Thanks everybody for listening here.
Oh yeah.
We're looking to get 1,000 subscribers.
We are.
If you could hit that subscribe button. Just trying to build this thing up best we can under the circumstances. We had some other shows happening regularly.
Yeah, we
did. We just decided we'd move in and kind of update.
We social distance down here
in the current moment of what's going on in the scene, and hopefully we all get out of this better than the scenarios are pointing to.
Alive. I'd like to get out of this alive.
And all our loved ones alive.
Right.
And all their loved ones alive.
Right.
Etc., etc.
Right. Man, they got. Speaking of memes,
senators deny they're corrupt after dumping.
Oh, really?
Stocks before coronavirus crash. Okay, so let's see. Man, I wish they could just give like.
Uh-oh.
You got
Here
a
he
call?
is. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
It's Tone Loke.
Take it.
Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
Sonic Gardens Radio.
This is Rhino, a.k.a. the Man Beast.
Oh, you're live on the air, man.
Nice.
How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm watching you guys. Pretty good. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. What kind of info do you have for me today?
Nothing good, man. Just
Nothing good.
Just watching the news and watching more and more well-known people they keep announcing coming up with the virus.
Who
Yeah.
you hearing has it now?
Kushabar's husband, he's hospitalized with the virus.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I saw Rand Paul had it. Who else you got for me? Who else you got that has it?
I couldn't remember. I think we mentioned it the other day. Sean Payton has it. Coach of
Right.
the Saints. Couple people in the house have it, I guess. I don't have those names, but
Right.
5 people, I think, do, or are quarantined anyway. A couple of them have it, and 3 others are quarantined.
Yeah, they're all worried because old Rand, I think it's Rand Paul. He's Ohio, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, so he had it, and then he went out to like some meetings and some dinners. Also went. The gym was closed out there, but he went and he's got the keypad. He could still get in it, and he went and used that. And then he found out he got tested, and he hadn't known he was positive yet. And then yesterday it came back positive.
Yeah, it's just, it's just weird, man. It gets scarier and scarier each day.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and I
But,
I don't know if I was scaring him.
You guys doing a great thing over there. Keep people aware and reminding them.
So
Do
you've
what
been
they tell us to do.
yeah. So you've been cooped up, obviously.
Oh yeah.
How's that going? It hasn't been going.
Well, even until Friday, through Friday, I wasn't. I guess
Paying attention to what they're telling you.
as much of a. Yeah, it's not that big a deal, but it just. I guess it really took over the amount of news I've been watching. Make you a little crazy. So I've been
Right.
on. Been 3 days now, pretty much. And I've seen maybe 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
But it's at this time of year I get terrible allergies. I always get sick this time of year, so it's like every time I get a tickle in my throat, I'm like, oh no, what is that? But
Yes,
what it is.
making you a little bit more nervous than usual, huh?
I guess so, a little bit.
So I was talking to Angelo, and him and I aren't really up to date on it, but WWE, they're doing the WrestleMania still, right?
I don't believe so.
Oh, they aren't.
Told ya.
Oh, all right.
Even WrestleMania.
If they do it, it's going to be like in an empty arena.
I thought I kept I watched SmackDown Friday. They said 2-day event. Rob Gronkowski's gonna host it. It was gonna be.
I have to look that up. I really haven't been paying
Oh,
attention.
all right. I thought you were the man to talk to, actually.
Now that'd be Platinum Chris Piro. He's
The great, the
Or
great.
the great Ryan Downey out there. He knows everything.
Oh yes, the great Ryan Downey. I know him well. I do.
I know you do.
Yeah, I got a cousin that's cousins with him. Cousin's cousin. That's my cousin's cousin.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
OCG'd out on the upstairs, pretty much cleaned everything again.
Oh, great.
Like, everything's done. One thing left to do, mop the floor, spray the shower, that's it.
Right. You've been how's your workout plan been going?
I haven't worked out yet today, but
Oh,
I
today's
plan
not.
on it.
Yeah, today's not over. You got plenty of time.
Today's not over, that's right.
Exactly. Plenty of time left in this day.
I've either been riding the bike, lifting some weights down in the basement, trying to keep myself busy.
Well, good for you, man. That's fucking good. That's awesome.
Yesterday I went on a walk, just like a 4 or 5 mile walk.
Yeah, took a walk through the trailer park.
Yeah, I just kind of cut through some back roads, went through downtown.
Right.
Just very briefly popped my head in at my brother's to say hello to the family.
Right.
Yeah. And, came back home. Actually walked through, it was weird walking through the field at the high school and not a single soul, in that entire field but me, just empty ball fields.
Right.
No sounds. Not even a dog freaking walking through, taking a shit.
Right. Huh? No stray cats. No, the cats are even scared.
Oddly enough, when I was walking down, I walked down the front of Elm Street through town, and I took a picture, and it just was empty. You know, there's not a car on the road,
Right.
that sort of thing. And normally, this time of year, when you had a day like that where it was 50 degrees, you'd smell barbecue and chicken and all kinds of stuff. The only thing I could smell was the occasional hint of dog stuff. So.
Right. Nothing like dog stuff.
Maybe that means people, when they're walking their animals,
They're
so
not.
nervous. They're not.
Yeah, they're not
picking up-
using and they can't get plastic bags anymore.
Right. It's funny, actually. The stores have pulled back out their plastic bag inventory.
Right? Exactly.
I don't know if you noticed that or not. But
I know some of the stores. I asked them about it, and they're like, "We got a stay on it till the end of the month." They said.
yeah, there's no point in letting all those plastic bags go to waste.
Right. But they knew it was coming. Like, come on now. They knew it was going on.
I heard you guys talking about whether you thought it was. Sorry, I'm eating a little protein stew that I made.
Oh, protein stew?
Yeah, did
This now
sausage, shrimp, potatoes, peppers, onions, spices, little crab boil, and some chicken broth, and voila.
huh? Protein. That sounds interesting. So,
Pretty darn good.
what'd you hear us talking about?
Oh, you were talking about, I've gone back and forth with this one in my head a little bit, whether it's racist to call it a Chinese virus or not.
Oh, we were just saying
We're not really debating it. We're just saying it's stupid to even debate it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we
it's
were
just a
saying
stupid thing in
It's
general.
stupid to debate it, I guess, is what we
But-
were saying.
What I'm saying
Right,
is,
and that is kind of my opinion. It's one of those things. It's only racist if people make a racist issue out of it. In my opinion, I don't believe, in my humble opinion, I don't believe that by calling it a virus from its origin, that I mean any disrespect towards any Chinese person or Chinese American,
Right.
who are just as much of a citizen as I am, going through this.
Yeah, I'm not.
And, so I just don't see. I feel like it's just another thing that gets hyped that really has no, that's just used at the end of the day for political reasons for either side.
I think
It's
that
just,
I personally think it gets hyped on purpose. That's the whole point.
still got to deal with that, whether it's from here or not.
Right.
Gets hyped by the man.
It does get hyped by.
He does it on purpose. He
Yes.
knows it's going to piss people off
I just
and
nobody
make them
calling-
fight. And when we're all fighting, we're not thinking about the end of the world or the fact that they're all ripping us off and stealing all the money and
when
fucking running right now. Their
I
little
can use so many
escape
examples that are probably
pods.
politically incorrect, but I guess we won't go there today.
Right. Yeah. No. Our president and stuff. They like to get their base going too. You know what I mean? And then they get going against the other people. It's just It's like they just get both sides going. Is what I think. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody that calls it that. I'm not gonna call it. I'm gonna call it COVID or coronavirus. But whatever. Like, I'm not gonna jump on somebody's case because they want to call it whatever they want to call it.
Right.
That's their opinion.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter to me either way. You can call it whatever you want. It's plague.
I know what I know what I'm gonna call it, but yeah,
It's childish.
it is childish.
In a scenario where someone walks up to a Chinese person and is like, "Thanks for the virus, you Chinese guy."
Yeah,
like,
that's fucked up.
that's racism.
Yes,
And that,
To a
that
T.
would be race. That, in my
That's
opinion,
like-
is racism. But just
that's just it's stupid. It's very
Yeah,
it's
that's one
just-
step away from
that
felony
makes people
racism.
ignorant,
Yeah.
Just because we know racism is ignorant.
Yes, it is.
But now I did see one thing that I was a little disappointed in was, and again, I got to flip to the other news channels to see the other takes on it, but, the bill did not get passed as of yet today for, the $1.4 trillion that is supposed to be allocated for American citizen assistance.
Yeah, there's a lot. From what I saw, there's a lot in there save the people with all the money than to save you and me, or you know what I mean? Like the guys that the working people compared to the people that are billionaires and millionaires. So I
say it again. So you think it's a scam to make rich people rich?
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the bill that they had that they wanted to pass was more for to save the rich people than to give people like you and me a little bit of money to make it through this time. It was more geared towards the rich people, is what I'm saying.
Right, that's what you're saying. You're saying it's a conspiracy again for the top echelon.
Well,
It's not a conspiracy.
it's
It's
not a
written out.
conspiracy.
It's written out. They
Yeah,
always have them earmarks and those little things in there that they try to push through with the legislation,
Right.
and they're calling them out on it.
Right.
I don't know the specifics, but I imagine that's the situation.
I mean, to be honest, I guess I mean, unless you're in the light where I'm in the dark, I mean, I don't know where I could even look and read any of that info, like what the bill actually says and how that means that the people that need it won't get it and the wealthy get it. I don't know where to access that information, I guess, at the moment.
Well, have you listened to like have you listened to like?
I mean, I'm assuming you're watching it that they're just going to keep going back to the table and negotiating and voting until something gets passed. Is kind of the
Ask him if he likes Mitch McConnell.
the gist of what I keep hearing. But,
All right, Angela wants to know if you like Mitch McConnell. Honest opinion. It's not. We're not. Listen, we're not gonna. If you say yes, we don't like. That's. We're not. We don't give a like. That's not our. We're not gonna like. We're not gonna dislike you because you like somebody. Obviously, we don't care.
Well,
like you could say
I just
whatever.
think I think he probably doesn't know. Like he doesn't follow the
I go back
guy.
and forth with politics because I agree with the things he said lately, but I've heard him say so much ridiculous garbage that sometimes it's hard to, like any politician, to believe him.
Right.
But I guess for like peace of mind, the things he was saying before this, bill got denied, they were things that I thought every American wanted to hear. Now, whether they're true or not, that's another story. But
Right.
People are going to need help. We're going to help you. That was the gist of what he was saying. But
See,
now it turned into, well, it's now you're the Democrat. Now he's shining off politically again. It's the Democrats that are holding this thing up, and if Americans don't get help, it's the Democrats' fault. And I just know that really is not to be true either.
It's a political. It's all.
I can't believe that I granted, yeah, it's. I'm just saying it's aggravating that the bill is denied for now. But is it denied for good reason?
well, from everything I saw, the denial is because it's not going to help the you and I or the you and Angelo enough. It's going to help the people that have all the money more. It's going to bail them out more than help us. Is what I came off of from what I saw.
It's a $2 trillion bill, and a fraction of it goes to the people.
That's what, of course, the other side, the Democrats are going to say, and the Republicans are going to say the opposite, saying, no, they don't care about you, and the Democrats are saying, no, we do care about you. That's why we're not,
Well,
So again,
I'm not on either side. Like I look at, like I'm smart enough to look at both sides of the situation to see. You know what I mean? Like I just
agreed. That's exactly what I'm doing, and it's
right.
Just, that's why it's frustrating, because it just goes back to a point that I made the other day, was that I really just think all political bullshit should just stop from now until this is over. Like, red and blue should be holding hands and figuring out, doing the job that the leaders.
Problem is, they all work for the big business, and the big business wants their money back. They already got they already lost all the money, and now they're gonna lose all the money again, and we get nothing.
You and I will probably be fine if we didn't have much help. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. We'll
we
get
could
by.
use some help, but we're gonna live through it. And most likely, we hope anyway.
Yeah.
But
we hope to.
But there's going to be, like, to your point, there's going to be a lot of people that are, I'm saying, they're going to need, I could use the help, but there's a lot of people that would need the help a lot more than
Yeah,
me.
I've talked to people that are worried as fuck, dude. about not being able to go that like work at restaurants or like a waitresses or waiters that are worried as fuck about not being able to get back to work and not being able to pay bills and stuff like that. They're fucking terrified.
Absolutely.
And then and then that stuff gets in your head, and then you know what I mean. Then you start having like panic attack, that kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Where you might have been on the up and up, and things were just getting to go great, and then this happens, and then like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. So
that's why right now more than ever, the working people of this world need help.
So much uncertainty, you know.
Not
you know, and if we truly haven't, this is just the beginning. You know, we haven't even experienced even close to the peak of this yet. So
right.
You know, so each day when you watch the news and make yourself crazy, it's full of more and more bad news, basically.
Yeah, you got that right.
And it will not stop for a while, and but I feel it's also my responsibility as a citizen to watch the news.
Well, you got to pay attention. I mean,
I don't know, man. I think you got to get away from. They're all mainstream.
Yes,
if you're watching cable news, you're watching mainstream media. So it's like to put down mainstream media on one end, but not the other end. You know.
Right. Sonic Garden Radio, mAng and Neads show.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Ryan. Yeah, what? You don't have that thing set up? He can't hear me.
No, I didn't even.
Weren't ready for it.
Wasn't ready for it.
That's
hey,
all right.
So Ryan, so I got one sports thing for you about Brian Hoyer. You see Brian Hoyer? Remember how I was talking about him the other day? You see, he signed with the Patriots.
Going to the Patriots. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
See that? Fucking A. He's gonna have a chance. They're gonna give him a. They're gonna give him a chance.
You know what the funny thing about that move is?
I want to hear it.
Is that I forget his name. Get him the
Stidham.
Get him right.
Jared Stidham.
The backup to Tom Brady.
Stidham starts with an S. STID. Something like that.
Last year, Hoyer had an open competition with Get him to be the backup, and Get him beat out Hoyer for the backup position.
He definitely did.
You know, straight up fair and square. It was an equal opportunity.
Right, and then when he got cut, the Colts picked him up, put him on the bench.
Right. Yep, exactly. So that's interesting to me that he'll go back into the role to be the backup of the guy that beat him out as the starter, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, they told him that he was going to have another chance to be the like he could try to be the starter. And
it's open competition.
And he knows the offense real well. He knows Bill Belichick real well. He was there before, and then he left, and he went to Cleveland, and then he was back there again, and then he left. So he's been there a bunch. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, sorry to ramble on a little bit.
No, that's fine. I'm glad you're doing well, and you're still doing well, and haven't caught this or anything like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back on the show, man.
Hang in there, Rhino. We're gonna figure out a way to Skype this thing in, and we'll get you in. Man. Like I said, you call on your iPad. Could have figured it out.
Could have.
Shoulda, woulda, woulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
All right.
All right, he says.
What else we got going on?
Oh, we're chilling here.
That's it. Zimbabwe closes its border.
Yeah, it did. How many cases
Virginia
are they
schools close officially at 2:45 today.
Wait, what?
For the rest of the academic year.
They were going to school still?
No, I'm saying that they just made the call that they will not be going back to the school.
Back to school?
School is done this year for Virginia, which means that is going to be something that goes into our schools as well. But we'll see. That's the first ones to call it. So yeah, Virginia schools. Governor Ralph Northam announced that schools will remain closed for the rest of the academic year. Essential businesses, including grocery stores, pharmacies, and banks, will remain open. The governor said during a news conference, gatherings of more than 10 are banned. Northam said, and public gathering restrictions will be in effect for the next 30 days.
Jesus. Times are getting tough out there. It's a cruel world.
So, let's see. We also got for Another update is for the second straight day, Democrats in the Senate blocked a $2 trillion coronavirus stimulus plan
Really?
for the second day as both parties clashed over provisions in the legislation. The bill originally was blocked Sunday by Democrats who demanded stronger protections for workers. The procedural vote Monday failed to receive the 60 votes needed to pass. The vote was 49 to 46, mostly along party lines. Doug Jones, a Democrat of Alabama, joined the Republicans in voting for the bill. And earlier Monday, senators clashed angrily over delays that had kept the bill from coming to vote. So now they're just arguing about the arguing. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell accused Democrats of bogging down the stimulus package by adding extraneous provisions coveted by special interests. Okay. West Virginia implements a stay-at-home order at 2:01 today. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice issued a stay-at-home order in response to the coronavirus. The order will go into effect at 8 o'clock Tuesday. The governor said the order will not prevent people from going to grocery stores, pick up, carry out orders at restaurants, or care for family members or friends in need. So they're not just going to be pulling people over and saying, what are you doing? Where are you going? If you're out, you know that you're allowed to be out. So I guess unless it turns into like bumper-to-bumper traffic. But like I said, if you're a police officer who wants to come in contact with anybody right now, I mean, you're like,
Right.
I'm going to let that pass. I'm going to see what happens.
Right.
So,
So
the
there we
veteran IOC member says Olympics will be postponed.
go. Yeah, man. They're getting ready for it. The big postponement.
They
I
did it.
wonder if they'll push it into the fall or this time next year. We'll have to stay tuned to life and find out.
Secretary of Defense suggests field hospitals for affected cities. So it looks
Yeah.
like they're gonna try and have a
Shit's about to
separate,
get real.
setting up buildings. I did hear Governor Cuomo talking about looking at different places in New York City to open up a hospital.
Yeah, they were setting the Javits Center up, right?
Man, it just doesn't seem like any of that stuff is overnight stuff. That's
No. Well, I mean, they were bringing in military stuff like cots and all. They were gonna have it done pretty quick. They had the boys in there and women. in there
the
just to-
Pentagon chief says U.S. military ready to set up coronavirus field hospitals in U.S. cities,
They're not fucking around.
New York City and Seattle this week.
They're not messing around.
Mark Esper says he's waiting on a FEMA approval to deploy, and will be moving out this week. See, that's good stuff, you know. Hey, that's what we're talking about. That needs to happen.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
But I think what they really need to work on is getting tests out and being able to test everyone if they want to get society back on board.
Right.
Boeing to suspend production in Washington State.
Jesus. Yo,
So finally, Boeing is shutting down. Too many people working there.
too many 747s.
Yeah, too many 747s selling to Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouchie. All right, you're listening to Sonic Garden
Stay-at-home
Radio.
order issued for Wisconsin. Sonic Gardens Radio. Mang and Neads show, man.
Mang and Neads.
Here we are. We can close this out.
Oh, really?
I mean, whatever you want to do. We
Yeah,
can
we
keep
can.
going.
We can actually, can you pull up a song for the people?
Yeah, we should give the people a tune. I hear you.
Yeah, save the people. Save them now, man. Give them a song.
Let's see what we got here.
What do you have in there?
I don't know.
I've been wondering.
I'm gonna have to look.
You have the
around here.
catalog. I do not have the catalog.
The catalog.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Well, I gave up my cable. Wait,
Oh,
what did I do
no.
with it? It's just
Oh,
over
no.
there. I never.
Hanging
Oh, that
over
thing
there?
was in here charging. I see.
Oh,
See
Oh,
what's
no.
going on here.
unbelievable. Well, we want to thank Rhino for calling in, chatting with us for a minute, giving us some of his knowledge.
Nice.
If you want to call in, there's a phone number, and it is 607. Is it 373 heat?
Yeah, 373 heat.
373 heat. If you ever want to give us a call in here, one of us would be glad to answer the phone. As you can see, we're practicing social distancing. I'm out here. He's over there. We have a song for you. What particular number is this?
This is actually just a little recording from the other night when Chris was in there
Oh, we like Chris.
doing his thing.
Such a beautiful instrument.
A little static coming through
Yeah, I
on
got
this, though.
buzzes and
Tick tock tick.
yeah. The buzz.
We lost it.
Yeah, we did. Just like
What
disappeared.
is going on here?
Up in smoke, man. There we go. Coming
Sonic
at
Gardens Radio.
you. Mang and Neads show.
At an old paper cup, and you go into the nature of what it is to see, what vision is, or what smell is, or what touch is, you realize that that vision of the paper cup is the brilliant light of the cosmos.
Oh yeah. Buzz. Buzz. Coming in hot. No mic. No control. Hello.
Sonic Gardens Radio. We're back at you. Mr. Ooh front desk.
Dead mic.
Oh, you're dead?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Let's see what happened there.
You shut me the.
You're down? You're back now?
Oh, I'm back.
You were back. You just weren't
No,
back
no,
in
no. I
that
wasn't
one.
back in my headphones, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had me
Had you mooted.
fucking. You didn't want me talking.
Nope. Not during the music.
I have a tendency to chat when I want to.
Chat. Commentate.
Commentate. Coming in hot. All right, so let's give one my last update here about our numbers. Have they? Oh, so what time did you say the great man was gonna chat? 5:30 or something.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that-
5:30.
Yeah,
We
it's
had
about
a,
in 12 minutes, so we're gonna miss out on him, right?
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like agonizing to watch him.
Yeah, it is. Now, let me ask you.
It's just because he's such a jerk, man. Like
Oh,
he's just
no.
so like grumpy.
He
What
might
else
be a
can I
nice
say,
guy
man?
if he's not in front of the camera. You know what I mean? Some people show. You know that. Some people.
Well,
might
he's
be a
just so
great-
used to being attacked that he just
right.
like,
But he gets on, and when he's in front of a camera or anything, it's like he wants to be a show off, right?
Guess
He might just be a nice, humble man
in
behind
real
closed
life.
doors, and then
You think?
I mean, no, I don't think that. No,
But
he might be.
I guess.
No, I'm just giving him the benefit of the benefit, man. You know what I mean? It's not like I've never hung out with him, so he might be. You get in a room with him, you know what I mean? He's talking about grabbing stuff and stuff, so he might get loose when he gets behind closed doors,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think he drinks though or anything.
Well,
so
yeah, but you
that's
don't have
just
to
another
drink to
thing
get
that
loose.
I'm not.
You
Well,
can have a good time and not drink or not do drug. I mean, he does Adderall probably, but or meth or something, but
NyQuil
NyQuil,
or Sudafed. That's what
Sudafed.
it is.
Yeah, not NyQuil.
Some
NyQuil.
kind of UK version. That's
Yeah.
what he's really freaking out about. He can't get.
Yeah,
his
you can't
shit.
get it. You can't get shit
Can't
from
get his
nowhere.
shit right
He didn't
now.
really. That's why he waited.
No, black market
Yeah.
never stops.
Yeah, they never stop. Submarines full of everything. Send them over. Now's the time. Now's the time to transport. I would assume, right? Go up and down the coast looking for the white whale. So,
Our numbers are about the same here.
all right.
372,563 confirmed cases worldwide. And
Worldwide.
10% of those cases are in the United States.
We love the U.S.
So there's a list. We are number 3 right now. So it looks like we are shooting for number 1, possibly. It's
Ooh.
not a good thing.
That's not what we want to be doing.
I guess that would be the biggest loser status. But yeah, it's a pretty awful thing going on here.
It is. Well,
So we got the. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's
What?
about it. Then I was I just was gonna pull up. This
yeah, pull it up, man.
John Hopkins here.
I like stuff that's, yeah, I like to take a look at shit. I like
Here we are.
interesting things.
There we are.
We're going by the numbers, folks.
There you go. If you guys want to take a look at this screen here, we got total confirmed. We got China, Italy,
China.
U.S.,
Italy.
number 3, following behind Italy, Spain, following behind the U.S., Germany. See, Germany is where it kind of like starts to get into. They don't have a lot of cases. Like the deaths are low, and they do have some recovered. So it's just, again, I guess this still says 0 recovered, even though that other one we were looking at said there were about 300 people that have recovered in the U.S. So
Right.
I think maybe because of that curve that it's too early.
Yes, the curve.
Again, we have to get to that 2 weeks down the road before our first case, which was, right around 3.9, 3.8, 3.7,
Right.
whatever. Yeah, 3.5 maybe, 3.4. March 4th.
March 4th. We'll go
All
with it.
right, so that's kind of why they were saying push it till April 15th, see where we're at.
Push it. Push it real good.
And now everywhere else, so like the UK, when did they're acting like these things are kind of, it was just getting into the UK.
Well,
'Cause
I mean,
saw something.
they just
yesterday.
started like taking action over there, I believe.
Let's see when their first case was. Yeah, they're right around the same as us as far as they had their first case around 3-4. And they've got 336 deaths, 140 people have recovered.
Really? You listen to the mAng and Neads show. Sonic
Crazy
Garden
Radio. All right, man. So I guess we could close this baby
We're gonna
out.
sign out, he says.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
we're glad you guys could all tune in, and if you catch this after we're done, we try to run this thing about 3 o'clock. I think we got to get consistent on the time.
Well, we'll be ready.
pushed
Yep,
it
we
maybe
got
a
a
little
we got a
past
1
that,
to
but,
3 window. We start somewhere between then.
1 to 3. But
yeah.
if you hit that bell, then you'll be notified, and it just might be a time when you can, at least turn it on and keep it busy in the background of what you're
Right.
doing. So again, thanks for tuning in. MAng and Neads Show,
Share it with a
Sonic
friend.
Gardens Radio.
If you get time to subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate it. It's very nice of you. And
We'll see you guys
we
tomorrow.
hope to be here tomorrow. That's our plan.
pending martial
snowstorm
law.
and martial law. But you know us. We like to skate on the rough side. So even if there is a martial law, we'll be here. So tune in tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll give you some updates. Let you know what's going on in our little country.
Let me see what else I might be able to come up with here.
And just pulling out all the stops today.
We'll just see if I can get a little tune going.
All right, we're gonna send you out with a lovely melody that was performed in Sonic Garden.
If I can find the right
He
spot
can't find
here.
it, folks.
Hold on, I gotta
Sonic Garden Radio.
tape
Mang and
in,
Needs
tape
Show.
in. Oh yeah, I can listen to it right there. That's pretty good.
Thanks for watching
Yeah.
again.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, sir. Social distancing.
what is it? Spitzer, yeah. Did you see that one? You know who's in the fucking... Yeah. One time there were 6, and then people come in and then they click off. But let me see this now. We're up to 18.1 thousand minutes in the last 28 days. And we're up 19 subscribers in the last 28 days. 390. Shit, we lost one. No, it shows the same one. We're up 45 in the last 90. 45 in the last 90. Like since we started.